fourth floor because in the canopy they like get the leaves and the food. And also some insects they almost all the insects live in the canopy and they not in the first floor but they go up some a day to get to eat in the canopy.
What was your strategy to find the information?
I looked in the index and see which page it was, and I went to the page. I like red, and I remember from when I read the last time.
Okay, good. Now,
I think that almost all of the rainforest, it's like more insects than plants, bacteria, fungi, and other animals.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yes.
look, for example, in some animals like the ants, sometimes you can't know where if they live in the first floor or in the understory because they go up and down and you don't know if their house over here.
They live in the forest floor,
How
but
did
they
you
go
find?
up.
What was your strategy for finding that information?
Like we're going up and down. And when they pass it like fast, I saw that on a tree and it was like ants going up down.
What's that called when you use information that you've gotten from something else?
Information.
Starts
Investigation.
with an S.
In the movie, they strategy.
Is it called? It is a strategy. Is it connections, schema, or
Schema.
inference? Schema. Good.
If the ants eat the fungi, like they die, want to die, so we have to take you to your house. We're going to take you someplace, and they let it there, and then the fungi or mushrooms or they grow into another
Okay.
fungi. Grows
Good.
like between his head or the parts of his body.
We're gonna do something. Okay. What's your question?
How can the fungi?
So.
Because the answer to
Hard. Okay, that's a good question. Did you write that question on your think mark? Write that question on here, okay? Because it's not one. Maybe the book is going to help us to answer, but maybe it's not. Maybe we'll have to find other resources. Right now, we're all going to read chapter 5. Who can read the title of chapter 5?
which page is it?
It's on page 24. Okay. I'm gonna in just a minute. I'm gonna let you read this chapter by yourself. While you're reading it, I want you to think about the title of the chapter, Survival in the Rainforest. And I want you to survive in the rainforest. And what strategies plants use.
They camouflage.
So that is why these animals are from camouflage.
But you know what? So, like one of these animals doesn't camouflage. It's like that.
Okay.
He doesn't use something to camouflage or something. Like
Listen,
let's say the chameleon.
if you come up with interesting facts, or if you come up with strategies that you want to share, I want you to write them on your think mark. Again, we're going to talk about not just strategies that animals use, but also strategies that the plants use. Do you have any schema for this? What's your schema for knowing how animals survive?
They need like water to live.
But how do you know that? Where else have you heard of information about how animals survive in the rainforest?
In the movie they said that. In the book said how some animals eat other animals to survive or drink water or like that.
Yeah.
And the snakes, they can eat a lot of things, including like rats, eggs.
And like this one, the chameleon, it survived from the enemies because if they want to attack him, he camouflaged and the enemies think like.
Great, you're already reading. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
A movie about some animals and how they survive and everything.
Good.
But it's about that. And some animals not going cold or hot.
Okay. Go ahead and read now. Start reading chapter 5.
5?
Yep.
Sí, pero yo creo que eso sí.
por eso, pero hay una palabra acá que no entiendo. Bueno, que la Notoriously que también no la entendimos en otra página. Entonces, el resto ya entiendo y el resto no creo que haya más importancia. Miremos. This habit of learners make this notoriously difficult to identify as characteristics are usually out to the botanist reach. I'll write it and you can copy me or okay. So what I'm gonna write is Coryngosaurus seeds can be dispersed by long inner walking by and as much as I can fit. Look how much. Yeah, I know. These part of ray plants sit upright and solar it collects its food. It could be seeded, okay? I will see. I think let's read it again. This is a part of a flowering plant that grows into new plants. No, I don't think.
Is that out?
I use that in the glossary.
Or another thing is that you can see it too, like in this page. That you let's say you can use context clues, like because toxic, it's like kind of highlighted, and you try to see the rest of the sentence, and you think, or like let's say, I can for like your opinion poisonous, you can think about it too.
Okay.
And
So you're saying that
finish the book.
poisonous, pretty and poisonous, that gave you a clue that toxic.
It's like a poison, but a really badly poison, and I already knew it because of video game.
Well, that's another schema that you can use.
And here is like toxic and poisonous is like the same because it's toxic.
Oh, right there in the glossary. Great job. How did you know to look in the glossary?
Because in the glossary there's every meaning of a word. Oh no,
The highlighted words.
of that
Highlighted
word.
words.
Yeah.
Great.
Acá tengo. Yeah.
Keep reading chapter 6. Can you read it out loud to me?
Drink first, then.
Okay. Do you have more things to write on your things? And you can go do your research. Okay?
And his face is like he wants to read it, like he's going to eat it, but provocando.
What were some of the things that Greedy was thinking yesterday? What did you write down? Some of the things that he was thinking.
He was
Via, that's number one.
how to get the cake.
How to get the
Then in the night he's like looking there or sleeping, and
And what was he thinking?
then he will find the cake and eat it.
He was thinking he was going to find the cake and eat it. What I want you to do today is as you're reading, I want you to think about how Greedy Cat is feeling. What is he feeling? Is he feeling happy? Is he feeling sad? Is he feeling frustrated? And when you find out, well, when you know what he's feeling, I want you to put it on your Post-it note and the page that you found out what he was feeling. Okay? I have some pencil for you. While you're reading, I'm going to come around and ask you to read out loud for me in a quiet whisper. Okay? Wow. And remember when I did the projection on the overhead projector? I read a sentence and I turned off the light and I kept reading. That's what you're doing. Is behind your eyes. Okay? So I want you to go ahead and start reading the next morning. Remember, this is a closed syllable. So what kind of vowel sound is this? Again. You did it! Your eyes were ahead of your voice. Do it again. You did. And try it again.
Cake, kitchen, and tree. You're a great grubble guts. How could you do it?
Yes! You did it! I want you to take a look at this word.
Green.
What are those two letters in the middle?
E.
E-E. And what vowel sound does it say? Take a look up here. E-E. Read some of those.
Free.
Uh-huh. And so free has nice job. Okay, Simone, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to page 21. I'm going to turn the lights out on you. Okay? So I want to see if your eyes job. Okay, Simone, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to page 21. I'm going to turn the lights out on you. Okay? So I want to see if your eyes are ahead of your voice. Are you ready? Why don't you start right there?
The next morning.
Can you talk just a little bit louder?
The next morning, Lady got hiking.
Okay.
Next morning, Lily got hide at the shouted at the old country. You are a great greedy. You are a great greedy. Gobble, good. How could you do it?
Yes, you did it again. Don't look in the camera. Good job. I want you to keep going.
The cat is stretched like
Read it out loud so I can hear you.
the cat is stretched like a balloon. Said that one day he will burst. Catty clothes was a mess that came from the table. Chocolate balloons covered the bedroom floor. At the end of the bed was a pinky candle with the tooth marks in it.
Okay. You can read silently until the end, okay? Sophie? Sometimes you're putting words in there. We call that inserting words, and they're not really there. It still makes sense, but you're putting words in there that don't belong there. Let's try this. You know what I noticed about you and what you did really well? You saw this with the quotations. What does that mean when you have quotations? When somebody's talking, and you saw that, and you know what happened to your voice? It changed. Good. Sometimes it's easy not to see those and just to keep going. Go ahead.
Really good. Can he come in?
Yep. You know what else you did? What's that? And you know what you did? Usually when people ask questions, their voice goes up, and that's what you did. You said, can he come in? Another good job. You're watching what you're reading, Antonio. Very good.
What's a commercial, Mateo?
It's like a thing that you like maybe like you could when you turn on the TV you could see like the commercials of the toothbrush.
Right, so it's something definitely on TV, and it's a product. What are they trying to do with that product?
Sell it.
They're trying to sell it, so it's something somebody creates to sell. So what do you think in chapter 1 they're going to be trying to sell? What do you think?
Commercial of a word of candy.
Some sort of a candy. Let's do a picture walk of chapter 1. Turn the page. And we see on page 4, what is that picture showing us? Christina?
The sister and the brother.
Disfraz. Can someone help Christina? What is that word in English? A costume. What is his costume? A kangaroo, that's right. You infer means what can you figure out that she's feeling in that picture? Alejandra, what do you think? She's feeling, why do you think that? Why did you make that inference? She's making a face, definitely.
Like this because I think like saying, no, I'm not gonna give you my little customer my student.
Well, that's a good prediction. So Mateo thinks that she's upset because she doesn't want to give away something.
That he's not
Maybe doing something with the camera. Turn the page.
Estamos buscando unas palabras.
Estas palabras en el
Unas
diccionario.
especiales de
Estas palabras en el diccionario y ponemos el page, los guide words y la definition.
Sí. Y cada semana tenemos unas nuevas y cada semana hacemos eso. Mira que acá hay que
Encontré food. Hay que escribir find food.
oiga, hay que escribir en inglés.
And we're looking for the words, for these words, and then we're putting like the page, they are, the guide words and the definitions. Encontré food.
Y cada semana tenemos unas nuevas. Que cada semana hacemos diferentes. Ok. Perdón.
Food, page, 229. No, just 229. Anything that starts
Ahora definition cuál es. Leyendo un libro y escribiendo todo lo que aprendimos y lo que no entendamos y la ilustración. Puse 22. Ay, es que 33. 23. No se exagera, ¿qué tal? 33. No, 23.
Can anyone make a prediction? What do you think is going to happen in chapter 2? We haven't read it. What do you? So you think they'll do another commercial? Okay. Why do you predict that? Do you have a similar or a different prediction? A similar prediction, kind of the same? Okay. Well, next time we read, we're going to continue reading this book, and we'll go on with chapters 2 and 3. One thing that when we make a prediction we want to do is go back and check our prediction to see whether it's right or wrong. If it's a wrong prediction, is that bad? No, it's totally okay. The important thing is that we're just making predictions as we read. You can go back to your center. Third grade, please clean up your centers. 5, 3,
All right, so first thing I want to show you is I went on the internet because I was very bothered. He's definitely older now, but like when I look at his hair, for example, I think he has curly hair. Yeah, I think in the inside he has curly hair. I'm a little disturbed by the front cover, and I wanted you to see what he really
What I
looks
didn't
like.
understand is why did they do it different?
Because sometimes different people make the cover than do the illustrations on the inside of the book. And so maybe there wasn't a lot of communication between the person that wrote the book and the person that did the cover. Maybe that person didn't realize. It's a good picture of a boy, but I don't think it represents Louis Braille very well. We're going to talk about in this last chapter, a living boy that started on page 25. What was going on in that chapter? I can see that there's some talking. I can see that he's at school. And I'm just picking out a few words on each page that kind of help me jog my memory, which means get my memory going again. Okay, so Lada, what do you think happened? What do you remember?
What you said, for getting a line, they need to get a rope.
For getting in line, they needed to go with a rope.
Yeah.
That was actually a pretty smart strategy. That reminds me of what I was saying when I had little kids, and we would teach them, like kindergarten, we would teach them, only theirs was a little more imaginary. Okay, so who was Gabriel? I noticed his name.
The friend of Louis.
The friend of Louis? Okay.
He was becoming the friend of Louis.
Okay, and I noticed when I was skimming through that it was talking about crying a lot. What was it?
What I here understand is that he didn't know that he had a problem.
Okay, what did you understand?
When he goes to another part, he misses his name.
People get homesick sometimes. For example, when we go on the 5th grade trip, some people have never really been away from their family very much. And all of a sudden, after a couple days, what is it?
Spanish, you say misses.
Does that mean like you're missing your home and you start to, all of a sudden you start to cry a little bit because you realize that all the things that you're used to in your life, your bedroom, your stuffed animals, your TV, your mom, your dad, your sister, all those things, all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, they're not here. And you get really sad. And can you imagine for him, he made a lot of changes. He went from the country